Good evening, Facebook. Welcome to my live video. I am so excited for my message today. Apologize for the spiky hair, but what can you do sometimes? So today I'm going to be talking about achieving your goals and why so many of us don't. And I'm going to be using examples related to exercise because obviously that is my specialty. And so I am going to be breaking down the 4 phases in which I see clients in and where we all almost always mess up. And so what I'm hoping by sharing this information with you today is that you can be more aware of the areas where we often fall back or shy away from, and that way we can be more aware as we approach those situations where we might start slacking on our goals. And I hope that it helps you achieve your goals. Anyways, if you are joining me live, I would absolutely love for you to say hello. Let me know where you're coming in from, and also, holy moly, I live in Schaumburg, Illinois, which is a suburb of Chicago, and it was like 95 degrees today or something like that. So if you can beat that temperature wherever you are living, let me know. Or if you have some other kind of crazy weather, let me know. My parents live in Naples, Florida, and they're always like, oh my gosh, it's like freezing where you live, Julie. It's like 50 degrees, which is like winter for them. But today it was like 95 degrees. So anyways, let me know where you're joining me from. I'm going to be talking about the 4 different stages that I see clients coming in to see me, and where often the hiccup is in achieving goals. Because here's the reality, folks. So many of us exercise, and so few of us actually achieve our goals. And as you can see, my whiteboard is ready. I am going to be drawing some pictures for you this evening. If you currently exercise, will you guys drop a 1 in the comments below? I want to know how many exercisers I have watching today. Give me a 1 in the comments below, just so I know who I am talking to today. And here's the thing. We spend a lot of time, money, and if you don't spend money on your exercise, you spend your time, and time is money. So you're spending time and money and energy on our exercise. And I would love for you to use the information I talk about today and kind of not use it like oh, there's my barrier, but oh, there's an obstacle and I know how to bust through it. And I have one big tip to share with you at the end of today. So let's jump in, okay? There are 4 stages that in my experience, people are participating in exercise from one of these stages, okay? So here we go. Stage 1 is desire. I'm going to just put a D up there. Is desire or goal, right? Like we want something. We want to change something. We want to be stronger. We want to be faster. We want to be leaner, meaner, cooler, whatever, right? So desire, a goal, right? Stage number 2 is when you start taking action, okay? So I'm going to put an A here for action, and I'm also going to put a C next to it. So we're actually going to call stage number 2 comfortable action, and we're going to talk about this, so don't worry. So if you're here, comfortable action. That's stage number 2. That's another place where some people will enter in exercise, right? Comfortable action. Stage number 3 is going to be UA, so uncomfortable action. And stage number 4 is maintenance. So here's the deal. Let's talk about these briefly, and then we're going to really dive into these 2 right here. Okay, we're going to be diving into those 2 because that is where problems happen. And the more that we're aware of these like obstacles and problems, the more that we can overcome them. So that's what we're going to chat about. So here's the deal. Let's use a common one. I want to lose weight, and I'm not ready to do any actions on it, right? So you know the friend that you have that says, oh, I want to lose weight, and they're not working out, they're not changing how they're eating. That person is in stage 1. They have a desire or they have a goal, right? So drop a 2 in the comments below if you've ever had if you can relate to that, like I have a desire and I have a goal, but I know I'm absolutely doing nothing to achieve it right now, right? Maybe you've experienced it in the past, maybe you're experiencing it now. Drop a 2 if you know what I'm talking about here. Stage number 2 is when we start taking comfortable actions towards our desire or our goal. That's right here. That's stage number 2. So almost always when we have a goal or we want something, we realize, right, I got to do something about this. I got to start making some changes. I got to start doing actions to lead me to this, yes? And always the actions we pick first, and there is no problem with this, always the actions we pick first are comfortable ones, right? Ones that are convenient, ones that fit into our routine, ones that seem easy to add into our schedules, right? So these are the comfortable actions. So for example, if you're trying to lose weight, a comfortable action step might be, if this is easy for you, like go to the gym twice a week. If that's easy for you to put in your schedule, that might be a comfortable action for you. Or maybe it's something like drink more water, right? Like you know you're dehydrated and you know that to lose weight, we got to get you healthier, you got to start drinking water, right? So maybe a comfortable action step might be to drink water. Okay? Or whatever comfortable action step might be to you, right? Like, let's say that you want to start running so it's easy for you to show up at the track and run twice a week. Or maybe you're trying to, get stronger, so you schedule with a personal trainer and you find that to be easy. So any action step that seems convenient, easy, not that challenging to add, that's your comfortable action steps, okay? Does that make sense? If that makes sense, give me a thumbs up. If comfortable action steps is a clear idea to you, it's actions that you can add to your schedule that don't interrupt your day, they don't inconvenience you, right? So here's the deal. Most times when we're trying to achieve something, at least in the gym world, because that's what I have a lot of experience in, we have a desire, we do some comfy action steps, stuff that's easy to add in, stuff that doesn't inconvenience me, it's not challenging my schedule or making me feel uncomfortable. And then if we achieve some changes, awesome. You're lucky, because a lot of people don't, right? You start drinking more water, you see nothing change with your body. You start lifting some weights, you don't really feel stronger right away, right? So if you start seeing some changes, cool. A lot of people don't see changes with this, but it's action. So, right, whatever, it's cool, whatever. But then the problem is that we don't realize that there's something else that we could do. And we think, I didn't really get to my goal, and I didn't really get to any kind of maintenance of my goal yet, so I might take a break, or I might just make a new desire, right? And then you go back to this, a new desire and a new goal. So sometimes this shows itself in, I worked out for 6 months, I didn't get to where I wanted to go, took a break for a year later, I'm revved up, I'm excited again. That's you back at stage 1. And then you're going to probably jump into some comfortable action steps again. Okay, so the problem is, I love that you're doing actions, and I did tell you guys in the commercial for this or whatever, I'm gonna be blunt. A lot of us stay in this cycle. We stay right here because it's, yay, I'm excited, and now I'm gonna add some stuff that doesn't inconvenience me too much. Okay? If that cycle makes sense to you, can you guys write yes in the comments? If that cycle makes sense, you've seen yourself do it, you've seen a friend do it, you've seen maybe you're a trainer, you've seen clients do this. Because we got to talk about the next step, or else we're all going to be in this cycle of I never achieve my goals. I don't know what's going on. Yeah? So if that makes sense, you write a yes in the comments. Thank you, thank you. Okay, let's move on. This is the biggest, craziest, jump ever, okay? Getting from step 2 to 3, okay? So here's the deal. How do we go from doing comfortable action steps to uncomfortable action steps? Okay? Let's first define how I see uncomfortable action steps. And if you are a trainer, you're a consumer of exercise, you have a trainer, whatever, add to this, let me know your thoughts as I'm talking about and defining this idea, because the more that we have clarity on this, the more that we can attack it, and I love that idea. So here we go. We have some uncomfortable action steps, and these action steps, in my opinion, come at us in 2 different ways. One is physical. We're going to talk about that first. So uncomfortable action steps. So these are action steps that are not the easy stuff, okay? So the first category of uncomfortable action steps are physical, uncomfortable action steps, okay? So I'm just gonna write fizz. I don't know if you guys know this, but I have to write like a mirror. So that's why I abbreviate everything, because I'm writing backwards. Anyways, so the first thing we have are physical, uncomfortable action steps. Let me give you a couple examples of this. Let's say that a comfortable action step for you is showing up at the gym. I think for a lot of people, showing up is kind of easy. You know, it's like 2 hours a week, 3 hours a week, 4 hours a week, whatever. You show up, you do your thing, you leave. That's comfortable. Maybe you're trying to get stronger, or maybe you're trying to lose weight and hold on dearly to all that muscle mass that you have. You're probably having to lift some weights. That is not a comfortable experience. I don't know, like, I think I relate more to the general population than to consumers of exercise, because I hate when my muscles are burning. I hate it. Like if anyone was here, that's why I work out when no one is here at MAS, because I'm like screaming, hollering. It feels awful, right? But for me to achieve my goal, I have to be participating in this uncomfortable action step. It's easy for me to show up to my workouts. It's probably easy for you to show up for your workouts. But what's hard is actually pushing yourself during the workouts. If you guys can relate to this, can you write push it in the comments, right? Like if you think that a comfortable action step for you to work on your exercise goals is to show up, it's easy for you to show up. You can do it whenever, you can go out for a run, whatever. But what's hard for you is pushing it, right? So there are physical challenges. A challenging and uncomfortable action step could be the physical component of it. Here's another one. Let's say you're trying to lose weight and you have to teach your body how to eat less. It's not comfortable being hungry, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if it's like you're just kind of starting to get used to this new amount of food quantity. Like, you know you've eaten enough calories. It's not like you're unhealthily starving yourself, right? But there is some discomfort in like, dang, like I'm used to feeling full. And to teach yourself maybe you don't have to feel stuffed after every meal. I know I've had to go through that. Your body gets used to stuff. Yeah, so those are physical, uncomfortable action steps. Now, the great thing about the physical ones is that they're temporary, right? I think a lot of times we have like an hour, like, I don't know, an hour portion of your day where you're having to work with these uncomfortable action steps, the physical piece of it. The hardest part, by far, is the other category that I'm going to write down right now. And that is the mental, emotional, uncomfortable action steps. And really, actually, because, like, mental, emotional stuff is not like doing stuff, but it's the accompanied mental, emotional accompaniment with your, let me explain this, and then we'll talk about it. Okay, so, mental, emotional. Okay, so I hope you guys can really relate to this, because, or else I'll feel like a weirdo. Does anyone else live with someone that could eat everything in the refrigerator and probably still lose weight? Or eat everything in the refrigerator and like not gain a pound, right? So I've been through periods of my life where I'm like, wow, I've gained like 5 pounds. It's time for me to like not gain that weight, maybe lose it a little bit, right? So do you ever sit there and be like, well, aren't you so lucky? Like, you can eat whatever you want, like, whatever. Like, have you ever felt like that? If you felt like that, please, yeah, totally, right? Like, and you're just bickering in your head. It's like this little Julie angel in my head, like, saying, like, oh, well, he's spoiled rotten, and of course he has the perfect metabolism, and blah, 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 blah. In the meantime, I'm doing nothing to help myself to my goal, right? Let's be honest, yeah? So here's the thing. The most uncomfortable action steps that are probably the most impactful, that almost all of us shy away from whenever we have to do it for a long amount of time, is the stuff that has an accompanied mental, emotional response, okay? For example, here we go. Let's say you have a group of friends. You guys love going bowling and drinking beer, or, you know, going out to the movies and having popcorn, whatever it is, and they invite you out. And your goal is to watch your alcohol consumption or watch your carb consumption. Maybe that's your mission. it's gonna be pretty tough to turn down the popcorn or the beer, right? That's tough stuff, right? Because then, now you're thinking, well, you know, I gotta give up the social experience and blah, 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 right? So here's the thing though. Instead of thinking of it as like a stressor or a challenge, unless challenges motivate you, which I don't know if they really motivate me, but you know, whatever. Don't think of it as a stressor or a challenge, but think of it as I'm valuing my goal, my long, big goal that's gonna make me feel awesome and like a freaking superstar, over this very short experience of drinking this beer, right? We can't let these external things, the things that aren't gonna help us with our goal, make us feel mentally and emotionally stressed, okay? And if they do, we can't let them make us feel like that for long, okay? And this is the biggest thing that I see that people really, really benefit from having a personal trainer, and we're gonna talk about this in a second, benefit from, because here's the thing, it's like, we gotta do little check-ins to make sure that, hey, I know that you're giving up stuff that you used to do, and I know that can be mentally and emotionally challenging and kind of feel like you're depriving yourself a little bit, right? But here's the problem. What's more of a deprivation, right? Like not having, like changing your diet a little bit so that you're eating a little bit healthier, that's a little bit of deprivation, right? Like I'm not eating like the comfort foods, I'm not eating what I used to, I'm not eating the same thing as my friends. Or you depriving yourself of achieving your goals. Period. That's it. Like which do you value more, right? And there is discomfort that has to go along with that. But here's the problem. What's more uncomfortable? The experience that you're having for a little while, or the experience of never achieving what you really wanted to achieve? That's it. That's it. Okay, but here's the thing. I've got a tip for you. And I actually, you know how I'm always like, 3 of the best tips that I have, right? Blah, blah, blah. I only have one tip for this. And I only have one tip because it's the best tip I've got. And I really think you should think really hard about trying to find someone that could serve this purpose for you, okay? You need to find someone that rises you up. Let's talk about that for a second, okay? Because here's the thing. If your goal was easy to achieve, you would have achieved it already. You wouldn't be spending 5 years trying to lose the same 20 pounds and feeling sorry for yourself. You are so worth your goals. I want you to attack them, and this is the way that I found to help myself and my clients through these uncomfortable actions that you gotta do because they're uncomfortable. You gotta have some help, right? So, sorry, I'm like shaking the table now because I'm getting excited. So here's the deal. I'm gonna sit down now. Here's the deal. You gotta find someone that raises you up, and what this means is you have to find someone that is doing or has done what you've done or has helped others do what you're trying to do. Okay, so let's talk about what that means. Let's use weight loss, because I know there's a lot of people that use exercise as a way to help with weight loss. So let's talk about that. Let's say you want to lose 50 pounds. And maybe you and your best friend want to lose 50 pounds. Neither of you have done it before, so you guys are like teaming up. That's great. I love that. Accountability partners. But here's the thing. You need to find someone that has lost the 50 pounds before, because they know what it's like to go through the physical, mental, and emotional, uncomfortable action steps. Your friend, although is great at accountability partner, you guys probably work out together, check in with each other, that your friend has not, right? Period. Done. They have not done it. And so the thing is that the problem that I see a lot is that we have accountability partners, which is great, but you also have to have that special person that helps you rise up, right? Like, who is keeping you accountable when you are mentally, emotionally, and physically stressed from your goal, right? Who's going to make sure that you are working through these challenges? Yeah? Now, please, 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 could you guys write, where are we at? Can you guys drop a 4 in the comment box if you guys are understanding the difference between like an accountability partner that like hasn't ever achieved the thing you're trying to do and someone that that I'm trying to define as helps rise you up? Does that make sense? Because I'm trying to define this difference, and I'm not sure if I've ever defined it in words before to a group. So let me know your thoughts. Give me a 4 in the comments if the definition between the two seems pretty clear. The other option is hire a professional that has helped others through this, okay? Because here's the deal, right? let's say, you know, whatever, let's say your spouse is your accountability partner and it's time to celebrate a family holiday. You know, it's so easy for you guys to be like, hey, yeah, let's have pizza tonight and cake because it's a holiday. There's a reason. There's a good reason that I'm going to cheat or whatever, right? But hold on, the person that helps you rise up should be saying, hey, yeah, there's a good reason that you're sticking to your goals because your goals are freaking awesome and you should achieve them. And you can achieve them. You can do it. You can do it. You just have to be able to have someone help you fight through these uncomfortable action steps because they're uncomfortable. Like, who are you going to check in with? Yeah? So the other option, other than like having a friend that has like done the thing you're trying to do, maybe you're trying to run a marathon. You need to find someone that has mentally and emotionally gone through marathon training. Yeah? Or find a trainer that's a running coach that they've probably run a marathon. But you know what I'm saying? Like, they've helped other people through that mental and emotional and physical uncomfortableness, right? If you're trying to build your business, find an awesome business coach. Like, we all know, well, if you own a business or you've tried to build a business or whatever, there are emotional and mental stressors that you have to do and action steps that you have to participate in that are not in your normal nature. They're not comfortable. So here's the deal. I got to take you, my biggest suggestion, you got to figure out, am I only doing comfortable action steps? Yes or no, right? And am I able to handle my uncomfortable action steps? No, this doesn't mean killing you, but this means figuring out how can I be resilient so that I get to participate in achieving my goal, because that's freaking awesome if you could do that. And I think every trainer that you might ever talk to, it seems like we all want you guys to be like not working out so that we have like a big group of business people, a big group of people to pull business from, right? But here's the thing. I would far and away rather work with people that are achieving their goals and hustling towards them, and they just need a little bit of help with the uncomfortable action steps and some accountability with the uncomfortable action steps, than to have people stuck in this circle. Because that in itself is an emotional roller coaster, right? Like, if you've ever tried to get stronger and you felt like you were getting weaker, that is not a good feeling. Or if you've been trying to put on muscle mass and every time you try to do that, you start losing muscle mass, or you know, you're stuck in this little circle thing, it's not fun, yeah? So here's the thing. Figure out what uncomfortable action steps you are avoiding. Whether it's packing your food every day, whether it's figuring out a way to show up to your workout. Maybe your schedule's your biggest challenge. Maybe it's figuring out a way to show up to your workout even when you don't feel like it, even when you're tired, even when you're supposed to be at home, maybe when you're supposed to be at work, whatever. Your physical health and fitness goals are so worth it. Make sure you are finding a way to go from your comfortable action steps to your uncomfortable action steps. And to do this, I highly encourage you, find someone that rises you up and does not let you off the hook. And don't seek out someone that'll let you off the hook, because then you'll be here again and you won't have made any progress. Anyways, so I'm sorry to be a little blunt with you guys today, but I really wanted to share that, and it's been something that's like marinating in my brain, and I've been seeing a big difference in clients that are unwilling to make this step, right? They have the excuse, I can't do it because of this, I can't do it because of that, maybe I have this all timed all wrong, or maybe, you know, once, you know, September comes around, blah, 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 whatever. You got to participate in those uncomfortable action steps sooner or later, and do it now so that you can feel awesome later, because you're going to be achieving your goals. So anyways, if you have any comments or questions, please let me know in the comments below, or you can shoot me a personal message. And also, if you know of anyone that would benefit from hearing this message, I would absolutely love it if you would share this or tag them in the comments below. Or if you want to do it passive aggressively, you can just sit in a room with them, turn this on like really loud, you know, and then like they'll want to know what you're watching. Anyways, don't take my passive aggressive advice. But anyways, thank you so much for joining me live. I appreciate all of you guys participating in my live videos, and I really hope to connect with each and every one of you soon. Have a fabulous night, and get on with attacking your goals.